As you can see, it's got the little booty in the back. The texture on the PDP is dope. Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy RGG, a regular gun guy. If this is your first time on my channel, please smash that sub button. If you're returning to the channel, I appreciate you more than you'll ever know. Keep in mind, anything I say in these videos is strictly my opinion, so I highly encourage you to do your own research. Regardless if a company sends me a product or a firearm, I'm under no obligation to say anything I don't feel. So with that, I'm going to keep it 100. Alright, y'all, so today, look, we're going to talk about two guns that that I've had the privilege of spending quite a bit of time with. I own both of them, and people ask a lot. Excuse me. I've been under the weather lately. I don't know about y'all, but whew, sound like a frog. These two guns I've owned for quite some time, and people ask me, you know, hey man, which one is better, or which one should I buy, or whatever the case is. I can't tell you which one to go buy. That's a determination you'll have to make. But I can give you my true opinion on these guns with this comparison, and then maybe it'll help you come to a conclusion on which one you think is better. But I will tell you which one I personally think is better at the end of this video. With that being said, we're talking about the Walther PDP. Full size. Alright, this firearm is empty. Beautiful specimen, right? You probably never seen that color before. Nope, because it is customized, Cerakoted by my boy JL Customs. The second gun is the Springfield Armory Echelon. Alright, to me, definitely one of the highlights of 2023 in terms of, you know, new guns that came to the market. Alright, the PDP's been around for a while. The Echelon is fairly new. And oftentimes people compare these two, like, because it was one of the first things I did. Because even when you look at them, right, when you look at the guns, I mean, there is some, you know, some similarities. I mean, it ain't totally the same, obviously, but there is some similarities. In terms of the two guns, like overall, how they feel and then look. If I was going on the looks of these two, man, it's close. It's close to me. But I think I have to give the slight edge to the Echelon in terms of cosmetics. I think that this gun just simply looks a little better. Alright, and I tried to make it apples to apples by putting the same type of optic on both guns. I put a 507C on both of these. Shout out to Optics Planet for this OpMod Wolf Gray 507C from Holosun. If you didn't know these were out there, they are. And I thought it was, when I first heard about it, I thought it was awesome, and I knew it would look pretty good on this Echelon. So it's the OpMod 507C. They sell it at Optics Planet. All right, tell them RGG sent you over there. I think both of these guns are solid. I'll put that part there. Both of them are solid. They pretty much come with the same capacity. I think the PDP comes with a couple 18-round mags and then 17-round mags for the Echelon. Pretty comparable, you know, along them lines. And then the PDP comes with, these are heavier metal mags. Like I can't show you, you know, on the screen, but this magazine for the PDP is a more solid magazine. This one seems hollow and thin, and this one seems sturdy and you know, a little bit heavier. You can really feel the difference in the magazines. In terms of the firearm weights, I was able to weigh both of them, you know, empty. I didn't want to do it loaded, you know, for the sake of YouTube, whatever, but both of the firearms I weighed with O-lights on them. So I have O-lights on both and then the same optic on both of them. And I think the Echelon came in at 1 pound, 15.8 ounces. And the PDP was quite a bit heavier. It came in at 2 pounds, 7.6 ounces. So the PDP is definitely a heavier gun. I mean, I can feel that when when I'm holding them. Like, so it's definitely, you can feel it. You can feel the difference. It's a heavier gun. As far as the overall feel, like the serrations, see, I feel like Springfield kind of took that idea from Walther. Kind of, they're not the same, but that aggression that you see in those serrations is very similar to the aggression in the serrations on the PDP. So one of the things that I would hear about the Echelon, I never heard this directly from Springfield, but is that they kind of took things from several different firearms, including the PDP, right? The VP9, PDP, P10F, P320 So, and they kind of took it all and made it this gumbo gun, like this. They meshed it all together and created one firearm. One of the things that I'll give the Echelon the edge on in terms of the build is the optic mounting system. I've said that before. I think that that's dope because out of the box you can mount up to 30 optics on this thing and you don't need an additional plate. One of my knocks on Walther, the PDP, as well as other guns, they only allow you to get one plate and you got to order that from them. So you buy Walther, it won't come with no plates, and then you got to go online, fill out this thing, tell them what gun you got, and wait for them to send you the plate, and you're only going to get it for that one optic. So I thought, to me, they need to change that. Walther, you guys need to just do like Canic or some of these other companies and either put plates in the box or or at least allow people to get multiple plates if you're going to send them out to them. However, or either way, as far as pricing goes, I guess depending on where you find the PDP at, the pricing is pretty similar, right? I think the Echelon right around $5 and some change, $5.50, and I think you can find PDPs, somewhere between $500-600, $5.50, $600. They price pretty similar. I think one of the things people talk about is the grips on these, and I can show you kind of close up the PDP grip. As you can see, it's got the little booty in the back. The texture on the PDP is dope, and then the Echelon grip, it got a slight little cake back there, but not as much as the PDP, and it's also, I don't know, a little smoother. It's kind of aggressive, but not as aggressive. If you ask me which grip I like better, I like the PDP grip a little bit better. It feels better in my hand. I love the Echelon grip too, but if I had to choose one, I'm choosing the PDP grip. If you look at the trigger well, like the trigger housing area, I guess I'm saying that right. I'm not the most technical guy in the world, but they're about the same when I look at them. As far as triggers, I took my, so what I'm trying to step my game up. So I took out my trigger scale and I wanted to check the trigger weights, and they seem to be right in the same area. I was coming back with about a little over 4 pound triggers in both guns, right? Now in terms of feel and reset, I can try to show you guys this on the camera, so you can get an idea. This the PDP, that's the wall, break, and reset. Okay, that's the PDP trigger. So I'll do the Echelon for all my trigger snobs. Wall, not as much take up as the PDP. See, that trigger felt a lot heavier, a little bit more grittier, and that's your reset. So now, even though it seemed like the PDP had a little bit more take up, the trigger was more crisp to me. And I'm not a big trigger guy. As long as I can, get on target and do what I need to do, I'm okay with it. Accuracy, shooting the guns. I took them out to the range. I did a lot of shooting side by side. I'll show some of that. And as I was shooting the guns, I think I had them at about 7 to 10 yards, and I shoot both guns quite well. But what I wanted to do was not be the only person, you know what I'm saying? Basically, I didn't want to be the only person giving my opinion on which one shoots better. I wanted to find somebody that's really not leaning one way or the other and don't know too much about the guns. So I decided to bring in a really close friend of my family and let her shoot the gun and let her shoot both of them, right? And have some fun with it. And then ask her which one did she like better. Okay? And then, you know, and go from there. Nice shot. Damn. So, which one? Which one are you thinking?
PDP.
You still think the PDP? Even though you shot that slide?
Yeah, I like this one better.
Alright, there it is. As she was shooting the guns, I'm watching. Like, I watched her pick up both firearms. And at first, I wasn't recording her. Like, the idea kind of came about as I was going. Doing, you know, recording myself at the range. And then I thought, let me record her because I had her shooting both of these guns and I was going to ask the opinion. I didn't record her first shots with the guns. With the PDP, the very first shot she took at 7 yards, I'm talking about smack dead on. And she's a super novice shooter. She doesn't shoot very much at all. I had to work on her with her hold and everything. And she was right on with the first shot. But as she started shooting groups, man, did it look pretty damn even, right? I even felt like she was shooting the Echelon better. And this is just me watching from the outside looking in. Needless to say, I asked, which one do you like better? So, now although she chose the PDP, you know, I still wasn't totally convinced. I wanted to kind of look through it because I've been a big advocate for this Echelon. I mean, I felt like arguably it might have been the best release of 2023 in terms of striker fighting guns. No, Springfield did not send me this gun, although it was sent to me by Click Click Bang Firearms out in Phoenix, Arizona. My boy Gary did get me this gun right around the time that they came out, and I had it Cerakoted, so that's why it looks like this. But so no, again, I'm not under no contract or agreement with these companies. They sent me the gun. The PDP, actually, I purchased this PDP. So, you know, this is I'm just giving you a straight up opinion on the two. I think with the overall features, the Echelon has just more out of the box features. You know, the gun is ambi. You know what I'm saying? You could drop your magazine from either side. You know, it's kind of got like the flat face trigger. I love the serrations on it. It's got the optic system where you can mount all of those optics on it. Real easy takedown. The gun fires, runs everything. It's quite reliable. I like the sights that come on it. And it just looks good. I mean, what do you want me to say? Well, with that being said, the PDP is quite the ambi firearm itself. It has a better grip. Personally, I like the trigger in the PDP better. It's a heavier firearm, so I tend to shoot it very well. So if I was going to the store and I had to buy one of these, which one would I choose? I would go with the PDP. I would choose the the Walther PDP. Even though the Echelon has all of the amazing features, it's a great firearm, I would choose this one over that one. And I like the grip better. The gun is a little bit more sturdy, has a little bit more weight to it. Even down to something that some might think is petty, the packaging. The PDP comes in a really nice hard case, comes with like 3 magazines, and it's just a better overall presentation and better overall gun to me. Would I recommend the Echelon? 100%. I still argue that it's one of the best guns to come out in 2023. But this one is the one that I would go with. So I think I would go with the Walther PDP personally. The full size. And this is the full size 4.5, I believe. And they pretty much, same size, kind of. Like I say, the PDP is a little bit heavier. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all watching the video, man. Appreciate y'all checking in. Make sure y'all turn on them notifications so you get notifications for my next video. And until the next video,